Hey guys, Boney McBonerton here, and welcome back to Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. Now, I gotta apologize for not putting any uploads out for the past few days. Like I said, my birthday happened. I had to do a shit ton of cleaning for a birthday party that got canceled last second by a family member, by my own sister. It's because a lot of the people didn't actually show up. It turns out having a birthday party on Labor Day was not such a great idea, which we tried to you know what, never mind, I'm gonna drop it. But what I'm not gonna drop is going after Spirit and those illustrious, glass shards. So, we're gonna start a new game and we're gonna go after the one killer we haven't gone after yet, Spirit. Boner number 5. Let's go. No. Close your eyes. You close your eyes. This must be a nightmare, right? This is not happening. This is not happening. The mantra centers you, and you're briefly able to find peace. The lapping waves go silent, and for the first time in your entire life, it feels like you're in control. When you open your eyes, oh, I think we did this before. The ball. Now there's who we're after. The spirit in her ham-shank looking leg. Where does the spirit want to go? Perfectly good lounge to chill out at right there. Where do you want to go? This is the lounge, right? Go to the lounge. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out at the ocean, relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoy a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. And here comes Dwight and Claudette. The lounge. Finally, freedom from this preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Considering all the shit of the multiverse, that's actually not that weird. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so no one believed that I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, but when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but it turns out I'm not the first to toss this kind of threats around on this island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off.
Are we threatening to end each other again?
Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick.
Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar and make you a drink of your dreams. Ah ha ha! Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight?
Yeah, right. So, what do y'all be having? Shit. You know what? I'll have a sangria. Something fruity but refreshing. Hold the coconut rum? A sangria, maybe. My pleasure. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back home. Well, not we exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They looked happy. Now's your chance to be the one with the drink. What do you say?
This is some sort of juice for a child. Are there children hiding about?
No, it's just for adults. The kind who like, you know, tropical fun.
Oh,
I see. Why is she crying? Huntress really seemed to perk up at the idea of kids being around and is bummed to hear there aren't any. But I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on this island, personally. Little ones should definitely not be exposed to this.
Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures.
To new friends. To, Clink.
Did you just say Clink?
No.
Since we've fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return your favor.
I should have known there was a catch.
Icebreaker time!
I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of fall enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it'd be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind. I hate it. This sucks, but you could be fined? Whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him wear a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learned at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. That was oddly specific. Kinda sus. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Don't say that. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or none. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls over the crowd. Not a lot of readers here. I'd imagine, based on that response, they were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Boner, what's your desert island book? The one you'd bring if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, it has to be a classic horror. For reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains. And also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? You know? I'm kind of a fan of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I always felt like I had this other person living inside me.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Sounds like a fun one. I'd love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Not because I'm dumb. I never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have best friends that wasn't more than just a rock with a face I'd drown on it with dry blood. Until we meet again, Roxanne.
Huntress looks out towards the horizon and there's a moment of silence among the group.
Will you tell it to me sometime? I might not be able to read books by myself, but I love being read to, especially when someone does all the voices.
I think I might be the right person for that, weirdly enough. It's not really a story about friendship exactly, but who cares? Of course, I'll tell it to you. It's quite a thrilling tale. You know what? Just because I'm being paranoid, Hello? Okay, yes, my mic is working. Not just anybody can pull off quality narration all the time. Take it from me.
You don't even need to read. You could just make it up and it'll still be fun. Sometimes when I find myself in an abandoned house, I do look at the photos on the wall and come up with little stories to go with the pictures. It's a fun game we can play together.
Abandoned house? Why are they abandoned? Huntress giggles and gives you a playful little wink.
I don't know. Usually when I find the folks who abandoned them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own.
Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-covered eye.
Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy.
Great idea. Trickster! Oh god, he's here too. Beat it, heck. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle of our game? Oh, I can't say. I was just saying this is a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo.
The rules are simple. First you spin and then you swap spit, that is.
Ew.
But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show.
Oh my god, did you hear that voice crack? Oh, that was creepy.
This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way.
I'll make out will happen out of view in public eye. Real romantic like.
Yes, romance is the goal, and we are all waiting here to complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching.
Claudette! You freak! Like adults. Romantic well just adults.
Boner, you're up.
Gonna save immediately. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of an empty bottle gods. Yes, I know about the mini games. Oh my god, this is actually going really fast. No! You got Wraith. You two are meant to be. Psych. You actually have to spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle here on this island. Now get your spin on. Fuck, Trapper. You got Trapper. Spirit. Trapper again. Fuck. Huntress. Huntress again. Oh no. This got dangerous. Oh god, now. Fuck! I got Wraith. Wraith is your true match. Ooh. Just this morning you're... Okay, no, that deserves a reload. As much as you guys would love to see that reaction, I am on a time crunch. Because I have a lot of chores that I am currently, neglecting to do this. God, this is so difficult. Fuck. Trapper, okay. Wraith. Trapper, no! Why is this so difficult? No. We're reloading. This is nonsense. This is difficult. Like, all the other mini games were pretty good, but this... Okay, we got Spirit. I'm gonna save. We have to get Spirit 3 times. Spirit again. Save again. Okay, now this next one has to be Spirit. Wraith somehow. Spirit a 3rd time, let's go! Spirit is your true match. Just this morning you were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intents. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Spirit, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand and sits you face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, pulling her hands to your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd be sweating at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. You're trying to lock lips with, in this state you might gross her out completely, and she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, I have some bad news for you. I have something in my teeth, don't I? I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. No. Well, maybe. That's not what I was going to say. It's not happening. Not now. Maybe not ever. If they think I'm gonna make out with some stranger just because a bottle told me to, they got another thing coming, and so do you. Namely a katana into your heart. If you even try to make that move under such absurd circumstances. I wasn't gonna... Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless, and not at all that bad to kiss. If I were interested, which I'm not at this moment in time. Are we going to tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me being not that bad to kiss, was that a lie to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Treat me well and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens.
I hate to break up such a passionate moment.
That we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island.
But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us.
We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation.
When there are so many interesting things to die from.
I imagine so. I'm gonna save. And hopefully we'll wake up and... Oh, you wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of the night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such a massive nothingness? Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it's always been this way, but you suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I always will be alone. Spirit has turned from looking at the ocean as looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together? It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? Ugh, I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. And now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. My destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if anyone else is on the beach. Then she's convinced there's only you two. She continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. I mean, depends. Maybe iterate how exactly a dragon is in you. And if it's a good or bad dragon. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then, you know, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? No dragon, but a lot of fire. A raging inferno, in fact, begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon? I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire? That's some hobbit-type nonsense. I'm descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole nother level. Looks like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Bruh. Just as things are heating up, it's fucking Dwight and Claudette. Here to be dillweeds and ruin everything. Okay, luckily we've already heard Spirit's story before. I'm gonna try to hug her. You stand without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward moment that you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides to go to bed. Trickster is back to be a little fucking weenie. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, and when you're a god, I mean a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to be calm. You should come to the hot tub with me. Ooh, hot tub with a spirit. Let's go. You and the storyteller friend slip in the water.
I just want to be totally clear. Even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically or metaphorically. Not any otherically.
I believe you completely, sure. You were cut into pieces in your life, and so was the person in the story.
A perfectly normal coincidence.
Wait, they were cut up? I assumed that they were just a fake mechanism, a part of the trap. What? Hold on, what the fuck is this? It's something on my phone. Like, I'm sorry to cut the recording short. It's just, you know, yes, I would love to know where I stand in this, horror contest that I took a part of. And as much as the YouTuber in me wants to share the details of this contest, 27th, oh my god, I'm rising. Holy shit. I accidentally put in my real name into this contest. So, I could give you guys the details and let you all vote for me, but at the same time, that would be literally doxing myself. Sure, you on this island, trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place.
Also a completely regular coincidence.
And sure, his lips were blue, and your lips are blue.
Really? You'd call this blue?
Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess.
Coincidences.
Sorry, the coincidences.
Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with blading weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure out that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, and I wouldn't specifically share this, so don't go blabbing about it, I dreamt that story while watching a movie in my sleep when I was just a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it.
That's a very adult story for a child to dream.
Do you believe me?
Yeah. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep.
Fool! Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're going to get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself.
Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa, Ocean Air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the damn it got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow the conundrum of what is surely a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain to someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off.
Sorry, kids.
But it's time for bed.
I might be the youngest one here, but I'm not a kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her.
You watch as the spirit stares off in the distance, her hands gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Understandable. If you know the lore, you can understand why she's pissed about that. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life, or has it already taken from you? Or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight will arrive, and they're here to give me towels and shit. Wait, what? Oh yeah, no. Okay, it's the clown's music. The spirit. Spirit tells you your secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless.
I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores.
Really?
What? Even the dead like to relax.
You don't really have any of those things lying around. Oh my god, she gives me a comb. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb, carved from bamboo.
I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though. And if you lose it, well,
You'll get your revenge on me.
if it's the last thing I do.
You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe it isn't a sleepy feeling. You fall asleep, and the ocean tells you shit. And Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait.
Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know. They're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember.
Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines rating at me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper.
Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They would know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me for your... in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun.
And if I don't pick you,
Remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the, about 15 feet to your left.
finally alone for real this time. Nope, another shadow. It's the spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy.
We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness at this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't get bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I get a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. And I'll get my father, too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me.
Spirit radiates a menacing aura. Waving her sword around in the air, she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which do you think will win out? You consider her offer, bud. The Wraith interjects.
Honestly, Spirit's great. She's the only one around here that doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you've got good taste, but I don't know. We could hang out and I could show you some cool stuff if you want, or forget I said anything.
Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly. And you could get murdered like lemonade. Will it be? Obviously the Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit.
You've made the correct decision, but know this. Just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog. Understand?
Yet. Well, of course,
You've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before. Literally. With a katana.
Yeah, I know.
A katana that I will now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh yes, Claudette and Dwight, to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. What? You and the Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the... Wow, Moreau's match, what is this? Revenge never looked as cute as it did on the sun hat of a black bikini. Overlooking the black lighthouse, it's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit will be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color?
Black isn't really a color at all. It's an absence of color. It's a void.
Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident that the Spirit will vibe with this, but... Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type with spaceships and lasers, anyhow. She's much more into the type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth, is that where we are? You wonder. The lapping waves of the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over her foggy shoreline. Over the foggy shoreline. She is at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. Sparkling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard.
Oh yeah, it does that.
The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays the towel down, then pats on it gently. Clearly, she wants your company, so you oblige. What do you do? She takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Thanks. I forgot to bring my own when I, lost my memory and fell into the ocean.
No problem. I figured as much.
Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body.
You need any help reaching those difficult spots?
You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Spirit hands on your back is ice cold, but she's got a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch the Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. The fact that your hands just float around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero.
I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think you wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I understand why some people act the way they do.
I'm truly sorry. I clearly hadn't thought through what your experience was like. Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong. I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible.
It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now, if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him, and then came bursting out, the way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it even though it gives me strength. I must maintain control.
You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it.
I appreciate that, Boner. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted in these vengeful poses really does a number on my joints.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. Oh. Oh my god. No! No! This game is literally making me touch goth girl feet. Bruh. I feel gross. I don't want to play. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play. You know what? Yeah, I'll fuck the Trapper. I'll fuck the Wraith. I'll fuck the Huntress. I will fucking fuck the Spirit's brains out. But touching feet is where I cross the line. You guys made this game too weird. Yes, I'm getting a perfect score on rubbing lotion on gamer girl feet. Spirit admires your handiwork. A smooth, even layer of lotion coating each individual toe. What is this one? Come for the love story, stay for the spinning wheel. I have to say, I didn't mind that at all. Oh god, she has a foot fetish. Ew. No, can I pick someone else? Trapper, okay, I'm ready for you now.
I admire someone who takes what they do seriously, no matter the task. I can imagine you moving up in the world soon.
You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. It's a literal ghost ship. From seeming out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore, before crashing into the rocks. It must have been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old one ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water.
Oh, right. It does that sometimes too.
Should we, do something?
Nah, the sharks would take care of it.
Within a minute, the ocean goes quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith! He has emerged from the palm trees behind you!
I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that.
Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention.
I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining a strange light to me. I can't avoid it. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on the beach that one time.
Ew.
Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It was all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island, or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut!
Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly.
For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way, you'll see.
Alone at last. Tension broke. Deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek of that bathing suit beneath. For some reason, for someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit that you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much.
We're here to make a very dramatic announcement.
Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back on the beach.
Well, we'll be making a very dramatic announcement.
It's hard being the producers and the hosts.
Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4?
Crush my clock with a rock I must. Maximum pain I must endure. Okay, here we go.